Hello, it's me, your PNG YouTuber, Ram. Today I'm gonna tell you a story of the time I went to a party and it got raided by cops. Yes sir, that's the story for today since Lamb is taking a little nap. Yeah, she's fine. Also, quick disclaimer, do not do anything I do in this video. This is very bad. Very bad. Very bad. Always drink, what do you call it? Responsibly? I forgot. It's just not a good idea. Don't follow my footsteps, okay? Okay, so it started about maybe around 7 p.m. I was laying in bed crying to myself as I usually do. It's a daily occurrence. And my friend, I don't want to use their real names, so let's just say my friend D-Man texted me, hey, you want to go to a party? And I was like, I don't know, man, I'm not really a party person. And he was like, come on, dude, come on, you got nothing to do tonight. And I thought about it. And I was like, well, if I stay here, I'm just gonna be depressed myself, so I guess so. So I went over to my friend Sky's house, and that's where the meetup was. We're gonna meet up there, talk for a little bit, then go to the party. That didn't end up happening. No, oh boy. What ended up happening was me sitting down there, still sad and depressed. I was going through a really bad, horrible breakup. And you know me, I'm a little baby, so I cry about everything. So I was just crying there, you know, kind of sad, whatever. But I had my friends, so I wasn't really crying too hard. I was just kind of tearing up, you know. And then, right when I was about to say, you know what, guys, I'm going home. I don't feel it. My friend, that's Tate. Yes, Tate. We're gonna call him Tate. Anyway, so he comes in and kicks down the door, and he has 2 bottles. I'm talking about 2 bottles of liquor in his fucking hands, and my eyeballs just fucking shine up like, what? Oh boy, pretty epic, pretty cool. But again, wasn't in the mood. Bro, I was straight up bawling with a W. It's really sad. So my friend Tate was like, you know what? If you're that sad, you should drink. And I said, no, I just really don't feel like it. Didn't want to drink. So my friend, crap, I don't know if she wants me to say her real name. I'll just give her a code name. Ami, I'm such a fucking genius. Ami was like, hey, she grabs the bottle of Fireball and tells me, drink. And I was like, okay, I'll have one. So at that point, I was in the point of no return. I had so much alcohol in my system to the point that I could not even think about my ex at that point. I was just there like, I'm having fun. This is epic. Don't do this. This is bad. Binge drinking while you're depressed will not fix it. You should get friends and talk to them. Yeah, alcohol is not the way to go. Alcohol is very bad. I was feeling pretty good, feeling pretty awesome. So these other guys come in, right? And it's 3 guys. I forgot their names. So I'm not gonna even give them names. I'm just gonna call it guy number 1, guy number 2, and guy number 3. So they were just people that were friends of Tate, right? The guy that came in with the liquor. So they wanted to go to a party. I was feeling pretty good, feeling pretty awesome. So it was around, I think, 10? Oh no, or 9. 9, yes, like somewhere around there. We decided to leave to the party. Okay, so before we get into the party, let me show you the layout. So this is basically the layout. This seems kind of confusing, so let's draw over it with a red marker. Okay, there you go. See? So basically all you gotta know is that these things were fenced in, right? And we were waiting here, and we parked outside. So beyond this fence was nothing but monte, like trees and shit. And beyond this fence was nothing but a neighbor's house. You gotta get from here to the gate, open the gate, go to the party. This whole spot, this whole square was the party. And that's what we had to do. And there's the layout. So there you go. Awesome. Keep that in mind, by the way. So we get there. I take down a case of beers, even though I shouldn't have done that because I was extremely out of it, but that's fine. That's gonna come into factor a little bit later. So we're walking down, and while we were walking down the little street to get to the gate to go to the party, we noticed that guy number 1 got a phone call. Apparently, okay, so the thing about guy number 1 is that he's not allowed to be with Tate because Tate is a bad influence. Now that's neither here or there either. But the problem was he told his dad that he was at his friend's house, when in reality he was not. He was at a party 2 hours away from his friend's house. So what ended up happening was his dad said, well, like, where are you? And he said, well, I already told you, Dad, I'm at my friend's house. And his dad said, okay, come out. He's like, I'm sorry, what? He's like, I'm at your friend's house. Come outside. And we all just looked at him like, oh no. So yeah, that guy got in trouble. I don't even think he's allowed to go outside anymore. He probably got grounded. Most likely got grounded because his dad actually drove all the way over here, all the way over there. But yeah, did he get to party for 2 hours? No, actually, because this party was huge. Keep in mind that the person that's running this party, she invited about 4 towns in the area, meaning there's a giant crowd trying to get in. So we couldn't even get in for 2 fucking hours. It was to the point that I was standing there with the beer cases like, what the fuck is going on? So guy number 1 got taken home and we were trying our best to get inside the party. Couldn't. There was just too much people. Oh, I was curious to why this big pile up of humans was happening. So I rushed to the front and I saw that there was a guy at the gate going into the party, but he had it closed. Like, this guy was huge. This guy was absolutely big. This guy was holding this gate like he was St. Peter at the heavenly gates. This guy this guy was not letting anyone in, right? And I looked at him and he looked at me. He was like, no, no, no. But he pointed to my beer case. Okay, so I was like, yeah, man, fuck yeah. So I opened up the box and I gave him one, and he was like, oh, okay. So he started opening the gate. So he opened it for me because I gave him a beer. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. But the crowd seeing that started pushing. I kind of started a riot by accident. Oh my god! Oh my god! So I managed to squeeze in, right, with the whole crowd like going in. Basically, the entire crowd that was standing outside pushed in because they saw him open up the door for me. And well, I started running in, and I swear to God, I heard fireworks. And it was fireworks, because keep in mind, this happened on the 4th of July, so there was a shit ton of fireworks everywhere and everything, and I was just running in there, and it felt like, wow, I did it. I passed the mission or something. Like, it felt like a celebration. And I looked behind me, and it was my friends running in too. And so we got into the party. We were so excited to go to the party. Like, this was it. There was fireworks everywhere. This is it. This is the fucking party. We got in. That's not the case. So remember when I showed you the layout of this place being the party? This huge box? Yeah, that's not the party. This little tiny rectangle is the party. This huge box used to be the parking lot. But there was so much people that they are using it as a place for people to wait. Again, there was 2 waiting fucking areas because they try to fit 4 towns of people inside this tiny rectangle. It was so shitty. That's not epic. So what ended up happening was we noticed there was a crack in the wall. An actual hole in the wall. And we all go through there. And it's legit a crack in the wall. Like, we squeezed through a crack in the wall. But again, I was extremely out of it. So the beer case I had in my hands, I kind of thought, I'll just leave this here. No one would get them, right? A party foul. Don't do that. It's very bad. I don't know why. I get really friendly when I'm drunk. So I just kind of thought like, oh, everyone's gonna be friends. I can leave this here. Totally. Anyway, so we go through that crack in the wall, and we noticed that it wasn't even the party. It was the porch outside the party. And it was like, oh my god. And it was full of people. It was just bunched up like fucking sardines in a can. So we ended up looking through the door that leads to the actual party. And yes, there was a lot of people in there, but it was also really hot and sweaty, and there's people fighting. And it became a thing that the person during the party actually had to come outside and say, stop fighting. Like, you're not gonna come in if you're fighting, right? And then she said, I remember this clearly, you guys need to get the fuck off the neighbor's roofs. And I was like, oh man, that's kind of funny. I wonder who's on the roof. Who could be on the roof? I wonder. And it was my friend D-Man. It was my best friend D-Man jumping on the roof. Come on. I normally would be like, please get down. But I was so out of it that I was like, it was cool. It was funny. And long story short, the cops were called. And this is where shit gets crazy. This is where shit goes downhill, because holy shit, the cops were called for 2 reasons. Not only the neighbor's roof, but it was also because the owner of the establishment that you rent out this place for parties got punched in the face. Now, I'm not saying I did that, because I didn't, but I may have caused it. So what happened was, when the guy grabbed the beer, right, to open the gate for me, I came running in. People seeing that started a riot and came in.
and they saw an old man, and I guess people are assholes, and they just beat the shit out of him. I'm not even joking. They just beat the fuck out of this old man. But yeah, to be completely honest, whoever did this wasn't even a party foul. Like, this was straight up assault. Like, whoever did this, you're a piece of shit. You did assault on the elderly for like no fucking reason. Like, we decided to get out of the party, right? Like, we gotta get out, there's cops everywhere, so we went through the crack again. And right when I thought, wow, this can't get any worse, my friend Ami told me, Ram, where are the beers? And I heard that and I was like, outside? And she was like, what? Well, outside? You left them outside? It was just breaking glass everywhere. The spot was being thrown everywhere and everywhere. There was glass everywhere. There's people bleeding. There's people hurting. So not only did wasn't completely my fault, but oops, someone got knocked out. I'm not even joking. There's people knocked out. Like this guy. This guy was knocked out. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. There was no way to get out because the cops were blocking the road to get out where we parked the car. We were not fucking having that. So remember the fence that leads to nothing but mountain and mesquite trees and grass and wilderness, basically? Yeah, we jumped it. We basically jumped the fence. Oh shit! And I ran into my friend Skylar and I was like, holy shit! Like, are we all good? And he was like, yeah, bro. Like, let's get out of here. So through all of this like screaming and running around and stuff, we got out, and we decided to eat at Denny's. Oh, okay, so yeah, that was the story of how we went to a party that was made for about 3K people, and well, it got raided and it went horribly wrong. So moral of the story, don't drink, then don't get caught by the cops, or don't leave the beer case on the floor. There you go, that's something to learn. Yeah. But yeah, if you like this video, you can like and subscribe, and put a comment below if you want to hear more stories like these. I have 3 more party stories, and they all got raided too, which is that's kind of weird, huh? Every party I went to got raided. What the fuck?